Good afternoon, and welcome back to Child Psychology. And we are about to go into week 7, I believe it is, in which we'll talk about chapter 8. I'm just looking at myself in this camera and realizing I am wearing that same green plaid shirt again. But notice that you can see me, see everything around me, because they finally changed the light in my office. Okay, to business. Boy, I just read the discussions. Oh, what a wonderful bunch of students we have in this class. I really do appreciate all of you and all that you've done and how you are really starting to get into these discussions. Remember, you're supposed to post your answer and then respond to 2 other people. Some people are just really getting the hang of that. This week I want to call attention to Rhonda, Tanner, Kalani, and Kitana for your excellent answers. Again, we have lots of excellent answers, but I'm calling out those 4 people because basically it's your turn, and also you did say some really wonderful things and think about some things. So anyway, what we're doing, this is actually bringing that last unit to a close, in which we were talking about children in the first 2 years of life, and so really struggling with something that'll carry us through the whole class, and this is developing that relationship with your child. The book talks about something called attachment. Sometimes people get the wrong idea about that. They hear attachment, but they really hear clinginess. I'm not talking about clinginess. When we talk about attachment, it's not clinginess. It's the key to developing autonomy and independence is establishing a strong relationship where children know that they have a trustworthy parent or parents or caregivers, and that they know who they can go to when they need help, and that allows them to develop that independence, so that they can then step out and learn and go to school and have relationships with other people. I think all of you just really nailed that in seeing the advantages of having a good relationship with your children and the disadvantages of not. A couple of you had some interesting disadvantages of having a close relationship. But remember, we're not really talking about cleanliness there. We're talking about simply valuing how another person feels, hearing them and giving them the attention to see who they really are, and allowing them to explore that. So this next week we're starting, this week coming up, we're starting a new unit where we will be talking about the play years, the preschool years. So I think probably children from a little over 2 through 4 or 5, where we would be eventually starting school, but we're looking at those preschool years. So a lot of children are in preschool, maybe most children are in preschool. Some children are not, they're raised at home. I'm not sure I would say that there's a large difference between those 2 groups of children. The keys we're going to see in this unit are that children learn how to interact with other people and get practice with that. They'll also see, especially this week, we'll see that there are a lot of physical changes. Not so much physical changes like in height and weight. And there's not all that much gender differentiation as far as physicality, but we want to see that children are really starting to walk so much that they're going to learn to walk. I mean, that they're going to learn to run. They're going to learn to climb trees. They're going to play. Their play is less one-on-one and more playing with other children, focused on getting together and playing all together, and that collaboration. We also start to see children will develop their imagination a lot, and a lot of their play is going to have to do with that. I want you to pay particular attention this week to the issues of gross motor skill development, which is what we're just talking about, going from walking to running, but also a lot of fine motor skills, because this is the age at which most of us will find that look at my hand and see how my fingers are distinct. My hands are still kind of wide, but most children at this age, they're going to grow from that real stunted hands where their fingers are short and fat, and they're going to start to develop the definition of their hands, so they'll be able to hold pencils and hold crayons and write and draw. And you'll also might see maybe they'll start to learn how to tie their shoes or something like that. Definitely learn to dress themselves. So there are those fine motor skill development. And we're also probably getting past the age at which we would really worry about a lot of kids dying. First 2 years, if they're weak or they're underdeveloped or whatever, they might be a little more susceptible to diseases. In the preschool years, you're going to see they're starting to really get hardier and tougher, and so we'll focus less on really worrying about their lives and more when they get sick, they're developing a physical resilience. We're going to keep coming back to that word over the course of the semester. So anyway, this is long. Y'all have a great week, and I hope you enjoy what we're doing. Please let me know if I can help you at all. And thank you very much.